I never even knew what that was, so I was quite amazed. But anyway, so we get there, and he had to sit on the floor, and back then you got to smoke in the bus. So Ed was just covered in the smell of smoke. And that friend looks at him and, you know, like, who's this weird person coming to stay at my house who smokes and got this heavy beard? But they were always great friends to us. And Uncle Fred and that friend were always so hospitable. You know, you could always come and stay with them, and they were really great. And I love my cousins too, Margie and John and Jeff. Jeff played with Chris, and that was always interesting. They were pretty wild boys. They were adopted, and they were interesting genes in that family. So, but I just want to really bless the Lord for your very long life, and I hope that we'll have long lives like you guys. You survived much longer than your parents who died in their early 70s, right? Yeah, so congratulations on being the third Cline boy to make it to 90, and we hope that there'll be more of them, Uncle Phil. And Anne, did you want to say something?
Yeah, I'll say something.
Okay. So I thank you all for coming, and we're so pleased to get to see you. Thank you.
So I'm Janice's older sister, so I'm David's daughter, and one of my favorite memories of Uncle Fred happened when he was having trouble with allergies, and the granddaughters, Jamie and Jen, used to call him Grandpa Rice because it was all he could eat, only rice, every meal for a while. But you're healed now. Something wonderful happened, right? These two boys, my dad is 2 years older than Uncle Fred, and there's so many pictures when he was a little one of them together holding hands. And Dad, do you want to tell the story about Freddie under the table? Can you tell that story?
We had cousins in Saskatoon who would come down in the summer. They were older, and they always remember coming in, and Fred was about 2, and he was sitting under the table wearing a saucer on his head. And these older girls started to laugh, and I reprimanded them and said, "Don't laugh at Freddie, he has very tender feelings."
You know, this is dangerous to ask retired ministers to speak. I have some laryngitis, so I'll have to go easy. But I was thinking as we drove in, and being the younger one, I was always assigned to do work that nobody else wanted to do. And I wondered if Fred was in charge of this work out here on the job parking lot. But one story about Fred, we roomed together at St. Andrews College for a while, then played on the St. Andrews hockey team. And in one game against the Engineers, to my astonishment, Fred was taken into the board by one of these ruffians, and I looked around and he dropped a stick and had his fists up. And the engineer skated away, unfortunately. But it's our pleasure to be here and to congratulate Fred on his 90th birthday. I'll try to catch up the best I can.